Thank you so much for joining us on Super Citizen Newspaper Review on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. It's Thursday, the 4th day of December 2025. And as usual, we will go through some of the headlines across the papers this morning. And later on, we will invite Mr. Salman Salami to help us navigate through the stories in details. My name is Lawrence Sumoiti. Welcome to this great show. All right, quickly we run through the papers and we start from the Punch newspapers. All right, abduction crisis. NAS asks FG to name terrorism financiers. And Rivers Assembly endorses Tinubu for second term. Returning displaced Nigerians at risk of landmine explosions. That's from the United Nations. And Nigeria records highest weekly cyber attacks in Africa. Nadozie Ajibade lead Nigerian quartet in Guardian ranking. And still staying with the Punch newspaper, U.S. company withdraws Nigeria's presidential jet from sale. And U.S. moves visa ban over alleged Christian killings in Nigeria. Federal government unveils 54.43 trillion naira budget as debt service gulps 15.91 trillion. Senate questions ministers on $30 million school safety project. And CBN ends cash deposit limit for bank customers. All right, we move on to the Sun newspaper now. We will restrict visas for Nigerians who support atrocities against Christians. That's from the U.S. And the Senate launches probe into Safe School initiative. Stakeholders call for stronger interagency collaboration to tackle terrorism. Akpabio to Musa end insecurity. Trump is on our necks. That's from the president of the Senate. The Guardian newspaper is next now. Senate reps adopt hardline anti-terror measures. Back Musa. And CPC status, U.S. mounts pressure on Nigeria, vows visa restrictions. And MTEF clears path for 2026 budget as federal government reviews revenue gaps. And MTEF, that's the medium-term expenditure framework. Okonjo-Iweala Odunwole urged developing countries to prioritize trade. And back home, Enugu government to stimulate economy via transport infrastructure. Lagos state government commits to enhancing rights of persons with disabilities. Africa becoming global hub for innovation. Oshibajo, Gbajabiamila Ibori, others pay tribute to Segun Awolowo. And Governor Bialu presents 1.67 trillion naira budget for sustainable legacy to Assembly. And on genocide, U.S. to place visa bans on AIDA's family members. Residents ask court to order trial in Nikon Town land battle. Week-long blackout cripples daily life businesses in Adamawa, Taraba. And court adjourns trial of Unilag Dawn for sexual abuse. All right, we move on to the Vanguard now. And the lead story here, no more negotiation, ransom payment to terrorists. Defense Minister Jara Musa. And CBN removes limit on cash deposit, raises weekly withdrawal limit. And U.S. issues visa ban on Nigerians involved in anti-Christian violence. This is a newspaper now. Senate extends death penalty to kidnappers, their financiers, informants. And still on insecurity, National Executive Council approves 100 billion naira for repairing training institutions for security. Ex-Special Forces Commander urges military community to back just confirmed Minister of Defense General Musa. All right, we move on to the Tribune newspaper now. 1,680 school children kidnapped, 180 facilities attacked since 2014. That's from the Nigerian Senate. And CBN removes cash deposit limits, raises weekly withdrawal cap. Okay, we'll move on now to the Nation newspaper. Also leading with the security stories. Senators, reps rise against terrorism, banditry, killings. ADC dismisses governorship candidates election rumors. And why Edo Assembly Commission sacks 324 workers. And how we killed dismembered FRSC official daughter by herbalist Osun grilled fish seller. Very sad story there. And 38 rescued Kwara abducted worshippers return home. A Federal Executive Council approved MTEF project 50.74 trillion naira revenue for 2026. All right, we move on to the New Telegraph now. And the U.S. imposes visa restrictions on violators of religious freedom in Nigeria. And current financial relief is fragile. World Bank warns developing nations. And 2026 ADC vows to defeat APC in Ekiti governorship election. And FEC OK's 2026 to 2028 MTEF projects 34.33 trillion naira. Daily Trust is next now. Why only 2.5 million of 9.8 million completed voters registration? And on insecurity, there are gaps within armed forces, General Musa. And for Bara, lawmakers at loggerhead again. Include Abuja natives in ambassadorial list. FCT senior citizens tell President Bola Tinubu. And police hold man over threat to destroy station in Adamawa State. Okay, in Anambra State. And bandits attack camps, rustle 365 cows in Kaduna. All right, we'll move on to our final point here, the cable news. EU actively supporting Nigeria's fight against insecurity, says envoy. And court cautions Olukoyede over failure to release 27 properties wrongly seized by EFCC. And on Cable Extra, Trump is on our neck. Akpabio rejects Power Go for ex-CDS Musa. And Senate probes Safe School initiative over persistent attacks, abductions, despite huge funding. And 2.5 Nigerians register as INEC concludes first phase of CVR. And Baduro denies claims of resigning over U.S. military action in the north. That's the former Minister of Defense there. And FVC approves 2026 to 2028 MTF projects 34 trillion naira revenue. Okay, we'll take a short break now, and when we return, we will look at some of the stories in detail. So it's still Super Citizen 93.7 FM newspaper review. Please don't go away, we will be back shortly.
Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital. Our station seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. It's still Super Citizen newspaper review on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. And this is a part where we look at some of the stories in details. Also, this is the interesting part we bring in Mr. Salman Salami. Good morning, Mr. Salami.
Very, very good morning to you, Lawrence Umuiti, and our Super Citizen listeners.
Yes, Mr. Salami is the Chief Operating Officer, Citizen 93.7 FM. And as usual on this show, we will be relying heavily on his over 40 years of experience in the media industry to guide us as we look at some of the stories in details. And also, don't forget that this is the part where the phone lines are open. You can call us on 0903 2229797. You can also call us on 0818-222205. And don't forget that you can send us WhatsApp message on any of the numbers if you don't feel like making a voice call. All right, Mr. Salami, let's start with The Guardian. And no prize for guessing. The lead story on almost all the newspapers this morning is on security matters, and especially on the screening of General Christopher Musa and also his confirmation as the Honorable Minister of Defense for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And this is how The Guardian puts the story. Senate reps adopt hardline anti-terror measures, back Musa. The Senate and the House of Representatives yesterday moved to reset Nigeria's failing security architecture, confirming General Christopher Musa as Defense Minister after intense scrutiny and approving far-reaching resolutions banning ransom and amnesty, tightening weapons control, and demanding stricter laws to curb terrorism and mass killings. The Senate confirmed the former CDS after a tense 3-hour screening session marked by rare bipartisan firmness, loud protests on the floor, and renewed scrutiny of Nigeria's worsening insecurity. Mr. Salami, yesterday's Citizen FM carried the screening live, and I'm sure we are also monitoring the live proceedings from the Red Chambers.
Well, I am proud to be a Nigerian, and I'm proud to be associated with Citizen FM, the flagship in radio broadcast in Nigeria today. And if that is being immodest, I admit. The screening of General Christopher Gwabi Musa yesterday at the hallowed chamber of the Senate showed all Nigerians that we are a united nation. Apart from football, where Nigeria is playing, I've never seen unity displayed as I saw it yesterday. Senators, irrespective of their political parties, showered encomiums on General Chris Musa, and it was not a misplaced one. Lawrence, what did that tell you yesterday? That irrespective, no tribe or tongue or creed could divide us. It only means that if our leaders get it right, if our leaders do the right thing, if our leaders give us what we want, we will show them that, yes, we are a good people. We are Nigerians, and we know what we want. The appointment and the confirmation of General Chris Musa yesterday has shown all Nigerians that, yes, we are not as divided as we were made to believe. It only means that if the policies align, if the leaders prioritize the people, if the leaders think outside the box and come up with robust policies that is in the interest of the people, this country can move forward. The appointment of Musa has shown, the appointment of General Chris Musa has shown that, yes, the country will be great again. And General Musa left nobody in doubt as to his capacity and capability. That, yes, this is a square peg, as Senator Oshiomhole put it yesterday, that not a round peg in a round hole. It's a square peg in a square hole. And that Musa should not say that, yes, we can. Rather, we shall, and we will win this battle against bandits, kidnappers, terrorists, and non-state actors. In actual fact, General Musa, the Honorable Minister of Defense, has his job cut out for him, clearly. And the expectation of Nigerians is high, very high. He cannot afford to disappoint us. And we know that as an officer, he wants to keep his honor. He will not disappoint it. He will not disappoint us. God will help him. I am very sure that with the resolve of all Nigerians, only security, because we now know that security is everybody's business now. It should not be left in the hands of the security agencies alone. It is a joint responsibility. We owe our country the need to have peace, progress, and tranquility. And no other person will fix Nigeria. To fix Nigeria is the job of Nigerians. So I submit.
All right, Mrs. Salami, I want us to look at, because there were a lot of talking points during the screening yesterday. A lot of things came up, and even the National Assembly also made a lot of resolutions yesterday. First, let's look at this from this day. Senate extends death penalty to kidnappers, their financiers, and information. The Senate yesterday advanced amendments to the 2022 Terrorism Act, providing provisions that extend the death penalty to all actors involved in kidnapping. This category included perpetrators, financiers, informants, logistics suppliers, harborers, transporters, and anyone who knowingly aided criminal abductions. Mr. Salami.
They can't put it better. They don't deserve to live. Kidnappers, abductors, their financiers, informants, perpetrators, and their landlords too. Whoever is involved in this heinous crime should be taken out. Apologies to Baba Obasanjo. Take them out. We should not negotiate with this kind of people. You don't negotiate with criminals. You don't appease criminals.
I was just coming to that because General Musa yesterday was very firm. He also said no more negotiations, no more ransom payments to terrorists.
That is the way to go. You don't negotiate with criminals. You don't negotiate with people who have little or no respect for life. You don't negotiate with murderers. Lawrence, there is no dialogue with agents of death, bloodsuckers, those who do not wish this country well. We should take them out.
Neutralize them.
General Ibrahim Babangida told President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to spare no time in liquidating them, in neutralizing them. And President Olusegun Obasanjo, former military head of state, said that take them out. I learned that word for the first time. Take them out. And what we are saying is this: General Chris Musa should waste no time in taking them out. Let us have our Nigeria back.
Okay. Also, General Musa also made a very succinct point yesterday about the need for a very well-detailed and comprehensive national data as a country. He said that this will go a long way. Mr. Salami, we say this a lot on our show, that when we look at other countries, how quickly and fast they apprehend criminals, we seem to forget the fact that those are countries that rely heavily on data. And General Musa said this is one issue he's going to pursue.
Well, you see, the whole world is knowledge-driven. The whole world is what?
Knowledge-driven.
It is a digital world, and this is the digital age. And Nigeria cannot afford to sit by or sit back. The world will pass us by. And I don't pray for this. That is why there is the need for us to up our game and invest in technology, science-based education. I'm not saying we should not still read arts, law, and whatever, but the world is now knowledge-driven, and this is a digital world. Science is the way to go. We need to invest more in science and scientific endeavors. Let us have more of science-based courses and well-groomed science teachers. And let us attune to what the world is doing now. It is then that we can have data-based policies.
All right, Mr. Sami, just a minute. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Lawrence.
Good morning. Is that Oluwatosin?
This is your brother, Oluwatosin.
All right, please, Tosin, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to commend what you people are doing on Citizen FM. And this is very legendary because this is more of editorial, And I quickly want to drop my 2 points on, and as a result, I will also be buttressing the point of that our elderly person in the studio there, Mr. Sabami. Now, are you with me?
Go ahead, please.
Yes. It was a very, very great day. It was a great day for Nigeria yesterday. We all watched it all over the world when General Christopher Musa was, screened, and of course, at the end of it, is being confirmed. But the two issues I want us to look at, and Nigerians too, to get is, now he has been confirmed as the new Minister of Defense, and with his whole wealth of experience, please let the federal government, or let me say precisely, the National Assembly, in the appropriation of their bills, in appropriations of, budget or what have you, please let the National Assembly do what is needful. While watching the inauguration, watching the screening yesterday, a particular senator emphasized on thorough funding of our security architecture. Now that General Christopher Musa has, frantically and of course emphasized that he would do everything possible to make sure all these banditry activities, various activities will go down. Let there be available fund, because it's another thing to have somebody who is ready to work, a team to work, but when the funding is not there or too inappropriate, there may be a kind of constraints. And the other second point I want to make is that, yes, I want to commend all traditional rulers now from every geographical zones in Nigeria. There's been a very clear pulse from every angle. The Southwest started, the traditional rulers and their governors, they've sat and they've met. So also we've seen it from the northern part. Let all those geographical zones in Nigeria too, let them rise to this challenge we have today in Nigeria. And I'm believing that everybody, Nigerians, whistleblowers, if we are ready and we are set, honestly, Nigeria is getting better. And I want to believe that Nigeria from now on should imbibe the spirit of this very popular saying. We have it in America. God bless America. But today, let us start from our own. That will bring a lot of great orientation to our souls. God bless Nigeria. Nigeria is getting. Baba Basojo is talking now. Everybody is talking. So I'm believing that God has come to visit Nigeria. And this insecurity will vanish by the special grace of God very shortly. That is my submission, sir.
Thank you so much, Oluwatoyin.
You're welcome, sir.
It's always a pleasure to have you. All right, Mr. Salami, please, you can continue with your points, please.
Well, I was swayed by what our caller said, that money is the most important of our needs as regards security issues. Well, yes, we need money. And the Senate said it yesterday too, that they will fund the Ministry of Defense, that it will even be on the first line charge. That is to ensure that all that is needed is provided so that we can take good care of our security malaise. Lawrence, we need to be secured first. And without security, we can hardly achieve anything. I was telling a friend who bought a house, and I said, what is the situation of the location of the property? He said he never bothered. I said, you will only need this house if you are alive. A dead person does not need a house. That is to emphasize the need for security. We must be security conscious in all we do. And we have said this time and time over, that security is everybody's business. It is not the business of the federal government alone. It is not the business of the police. Neither is it the business of the army or other security agencies. It is our collective responsibility. And until we own up or we own it, and until we do something about credible and intelligent information, we must give credible information to the agencies. We must afford them all that is needed. It is then and not until then that we can make insecurity a thing of the past. Whenever we see something, especially strange things, let us say something. The bandits are not ghosts. The kidnappers, they are not saints. Neither are they devils, although they are devilish in their activity. But they are human beings. They have blood. They live amongst us. They buy things from people. And truth be told, they are known. They are not unknown soldiers. They are known. That is why we must own security and should not give these criminals a breathing space. When we own security, we are saying bye-bye to banditry. We are saying bye-bye to kidnapping. We are saying au revoir to terrorism. And we should not give these non-state actors a breathing space.
Oh, absolutely. Mr. Salami, before we leave this issue, I just want to say that right from the moment General Musa's name was announced, I have become very apprehensive. Because of the fact that, yes, this is a choice that seems to be widespreadly accepted by Nigerians, but it also comes with a lot of responsibility. And even General Musa himself even alluded to that yesterday, to whom much is given, a lot more
It's expected.
So, General Musa should, a few things I want him to note. One, there's going to be a lot of pushbacks from different interests, because people who are currently enjoying the benefit of what is happening now are not just going to sit back and watch him come and make these changes, these radical changes. There's going to be, and Mr. Salami, you and I know how these pushbacks come in different forms: sponsored stories, sponsored allegations, setting of booby traps, and a lot of things. These are very vicious people who benefit from the continued destruction of Nigeria. These are people without conscience. They are really, really going to react. But as a general, and a time-tested general at that, I'm sure he will also have his plan. But he should always be on the lookout. Trust no one at all. And that's one. Then two, even us as a nation, are we ready? I watched the senators speak yesterday, and I was asking, okay, we have a call here. Let's take this before we continue. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Who's on the line, please?
My name is Mr. Bayomi, sir.
Okay. It's been a while, Mr. Bayomi. Good morning.
And yesterday you did not do. There's no show now. I've been trying.
You know, we were on yesterday, just that we started a little bit late.
My regards to our daddy in the house, sir.
Yeah.
Daddy, we listened to it live yesterday on Citizen FM. Really appreciate that for that one. God bless you, sir. May Allah continue to bless. Sir, what I want you to say is what you have been saying on your radio before. That's General Musa will emphasize on that security is local. That he said he was even going to bring all the past sinner, a lot of them together to fight this. That's one of the some people are not seeing that. Some people are seeing this as this fight of Tinubu. If you listen to what I was listening to one radio, it was there. The anchor was saying, she was saying that he don't want to nothing concern her with the governor. He has only president with Tinubu. And in America too, that we are talking, I have to come. In America too, each state have its own law. In Chicago, they have their own custom. You know, a state may decide what will come to his own state. In America, security is local. What they said it, but what are they going to do? You people that are closer to them. Then another somebody said talking about that civil relation. And all those things is very important. In all those places that you go see somebody see, you call, you know where to call. How are they going to major the army that something that is you don't send 100 army there to that to go and be doing. What are they doing about it, sir? And you that you are closer to them, sir, maybe they are listening to you. Can you help us talk to them to work on that? It's very important. But we are still thinking security as something of federal. It will be continuing where we are. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Abayomi. God bless you always for your call. So, Mr. Salami, as I was saying, I was asking the question, are we ready for these changes? Are lawmakers, politicians, elite, religious leaders, traditional rulers, are we ready? Because some radical changes come at a cost. There's going to be some very drastic actions taken. Are we not going to hear cases of, the military people are targeting our brothers, the military people are targeting certain people from our community, the military people is doing this, is doing that. Politicians who were very vocal yesterday, we know their relationship with thugs, with boys who are armed during election. What is going to happen when the hammer falls on some of those boys and they are rounded up and weapons are seized and so many things? It's easy for us to sit down and say, we want this. But are we ready? Are we going to keep aside our sentiments and parochial interest at the end of the day. That's it. Then finally, I said it on Monday. On Monday or Tuesday, yesterday, that General Musa should perfect his transition from the military to politics, because that's exactly what he is now. He is a politician now, whether he likes it or not. He's a political leader now. He's going to take decisions that are not necessarily military. He's going, even when he's going to take a decision that will affect the military, he's going to look at the political implication of that. That's quite different from being an operational commander, an operative all his life. He's going to learn to mix the two. He's going to learn that when he's dealing with his colleagues in the Federal Executive Council, he has to reach out to them. Unlike when he was calling the shots at the defense headquarters, when he makes his demands, he gives order, that's it, no questions. But on the flip side, he needs to get the buy-in of his colleagues. If not, you know the way humans are, Mr. Salami, you read psychology in the university. Before you know, his colleagues will start feeling envious, what is it? Is it not just a minister? Because why is it that everything he demands, the president grants it and everything? And before you know, so these are general things that we hope that the general should always be aware of. We know that you cannot rise to a position of Chief of Defense Staff without passing through all this, but it's always good to remind him about things like this.
Yes, thank you very much, Lawrence. There is no doubt that General Chris Musa is a politician since yesterday. And it shows. Look at the cloth he wore. It is, I don't want to oversimplify or trivialize this. The truth is that he has to take political decisions.
Exactly.
And he has to be mindful of the environment that he is operating in now. It's quite different from when he was the Chief of Defense Staff. Now he has to play politics. He has to understand politics, and the politics of the office is occupying today. And I know that it's not a Tiro, it's not a ladder. Because even as Chief of Defense Staff, he took political decisions.
Exactly.
So it's just that he has to fine-tune it. And he has to be at his best and up his game. And should know that, yes, he is now a politician. And quite a lot of things have changed. That is one. Two, there is the need for a mindset reset in this country. We need attitudinal change. Everything has to do with the mind, the thinking and perception. A friend even said that perception is everything.
Everything.
On our platform, one of our platforms yesterday, somebody said, Salami, see what they did to us. I said, what? They removed a minister who is a Muslim and now replaced him with a Christian. I said, I don't participate in the debate of the stupid. The bandits, would they ask you that, are you a Muslim or Christian before they kill you? Are we discussing mosque matter? Is there an issue that has to do with the mosque? Are we here to take Holy Communion? We are discussing security. And it is the common denominator is find somebody who is competent and who will deliver us from our traducers. Get us somebody who will bring back the Nigeria of the yore. That's why when we will go to a party and we will leave that party by 1 a.m., 2 a.m., on leg, we will trek. With young ladies amongst us, we will not rape them. In fact, rape was a taboo. And nobody will accost us. We will go and come back. It was a safe country. It was a beautiful country. I don't want to say what Chinua Achebe said. There was
the country. All right, Mr. Salami, we'll just leave General Musa's matter alone, but we'll still stay with insecurity matters. The Senate yesterday questioned ministers on $30 million school safety project. Mr. Salami, you know that this has come up in the last 1 or 2 weeks, the Safe School Initiative and everything surrounding that. This is how the Punch put the story. The Senate on Wednesday intensified its probe into the collapse of the Safe School Initiative by summoning key government officials to explain why the $30 million scheme failed to protect Nigerian school children from relentless attacks. Among those invited were the Finance Minister, Education Minister, and Defense Minister Christopher Musa. First assignment. The summons was issued by the Senate Ad hoc Committee on Safe School Initiative, that's chaired by Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, following the adoption of his work plan during his maiden sitting. Mr. Salami, a lot of money, as $30 million, has been pumped into this, and it has really not kicked off. Right from 2014, my issue with probes like this, especially with the Senate and House of Reps, we've seen over 200 probes and public hearing. At the end of the day, what really happens?
Well, I am particular about this Safe School Initiative because it has everything to do with the safety
of our children
in school. It has a lot to do with the enrollment too. If the school environment is secure, many more parents will enroll their wards, their pupils, their children. They will take them to school. If students too know that they are secure, the learning will become easier, and they will learn better one. And Lawrence, the environment or the atmosphere must be conducive to learning. And a humongous amount of money was devoted to this $30 million. What happened to that money? There is the need for us to know. We should know that public funds should be spent for what it is allocated for. You see?
True.
This comes to the issue of impunity. If they know that if they touch public fund and they will be punished, they will not do it. But a situation whereby there is no consequence, where people do things and get away with it, that is why we are where we are. And this should not be swept under the carpet. I know Senator Orji Uzor Kalu will do the needful in this. And do it, please, for the sake of our children.
Already still Super Citizen newspaper review on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. The phone lines are open. You can join the conversation 0903-2229-797. You can also call us on 0818-222205. Ms. Salami, let's look at some business and economic story now. The Federal Executive Council has approved 2026 to 2028 medium-term expenditure framework, adopting new fiscal assumptions, macroeconomic targets, and revenue projects that will shape the 2026 federal budget. The approval followed a detailed presentation by the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning and the Budget Office of the Federation during the meeting chaired by President Bola Tinubu. After speaking after the meeting, the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Senator Atiku Baguda, said the MTEF was developed through extensive technical work by economic management team and input from the MDAs and organized private sector, civil society, and development parties to ensure the fiscal strategy and reflect national realities and stakeholders' expectation. And for the 2026 fiscal year, the federal government is projecting an exchange rate of 1.5, that's 1,500 naira to a dollar. And also another projection is oil benchmark of $64.85 per barrel, which is lower than Nigeria's average premium crude. And others, based on this assumption, the total revenue accruing to the federal government is estimated at 50 5.74 trillion naira to be shared among the three tiers of government. Mr. Salami.
These are projections, good projections, because we must plan, and we help them to plan. But the reality on ground and the language of the ordinary man is get food onto my on my table.
Accessibility and
affordability, accessibility, and again, can my children go to school? Can we feed our children?
Even when they go to school, are they safe?
Are they safe in school? Can we go to the hospital and get drugs? Will we get doctors to attend to us, or they will be on strike?
True.
These are the basic things, basic irreducible minimum. If the government is able to provide the basic irreducible minimum, that is the language of their own economy. If they like the dollar to naira to dollar, even if it is more than 1,500, the most important thing to Nigerians, most Nigerians don't deal in dollars. They transfer business in naira. And the common denominator or the language of the ordinary man is the accessibility and affordability of basic needs. And I don't think it is too much of a thing. After all, the welfare and well-being of the people is the essence of government. The government is there to provide for the people, to make to provide a conducive environment for businesses to thrive, to see to the welfare and well-being of the people. And the people, they have surrendered whatever power they have. That's why we don't carry guns, and we allow the police to carry guns on our behalf, believing that we are secure in their hands. Let us be secure in the truest sense of the word.
All right, I think for me, but my worry, Mr. Salami, is that this is December. The budget has not been presented by the president. I know that, I think a few years ago, we reverted to the January-December financial cycle. And even the MTEF that is released today, by law, is supposed to be released 3 months to the end of the year. And so these are little things. We might think they are not important, but if we learn to plan, planning
is everything.
You learn to plan, you can make projections, because even the projections, if they are based on faulty plans, then you lose it at the end of the day. And that's one. Then two, it's always one thing to make these projections. At the end of the day, let's take a look at the last 5 years. What has been the budget implementation? In terms, we're not talking about recurrent payment of salaries, and that's where you have almost 90% implementation. But what about capital project? What has been the percentage of performance? Yes, granted, maybe the FCT under the current minister has really upped the game in terms of capital implementation of the capital budget because of his radical approach to things. But generally speaking, across the country, when you look at the performance, budget performance of states, you see that recurrent will take 90 or almost 100% performance, but when it comes to capital, you see 35%, 45%, and these are places that touch on the people: infrastructure, power, transportation, and so many other things, Mr. Salami.
Well, what is a budget? Simply put, it's a statement of intention.
Intention, that's it.
What you intend to do. There is a wide gulf between what you want to do and what you, at the end of the day,
end up doing or intend to do.
So you see, there is a need for us to be more serious. Let us walk the talk. Let us be responsive and responsible. And I keep on saying it that we journalists have the constitutional duty to hold government accountable to the people. It's a sacred duty. And the government too must be alive. We have something going now. Mr. President told us that he begged us for this job. So we should not pity him. We will not pity him. And thank God that he's doing his utmost best to deliver the dividends of democracy. May God help him.
All right, Mr. Salami, before we go, this is a story that will gladden the heart of people who have money like Mr. Salami. The central bank has revised cash policy real effect. So there's nothing like, Malga, yeah, give me some money. Say, Lawrence, I've exceeded my limit for the day. Nothing like that. That excuse will not sell again, Mr. Salami. The Central Bank of Nigeria has revised cash-related policies effective January 2026, removing all limits and fees on cash deposit. The development is already generating reactions from sections of Nigerians. While some believe it may increase illicit financial inflows ahead of 2027 general elections, others say the policy may be good for citizens. Mr. Salami.
Well, when you read it that they have relaxed the amount of deposit, when you say that yes, Mr. Salami has money, well, I will say what others say. I claim it. Well, on a very, very serious note, it still has to do with the economic trend and policy, and it's very important because the issue of money cannot be overemphasized. There is the need for us to do thorough planning and work it. Those who fail to plan already have planned
to fail.
Let me leave it at that.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Salam. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
And kindly help us tell our super citizen listeners of our National Human Rights Commission event today at NAF Center.
Okay. So what are we expecting from that today?
Well, we are expecting the eggheads, the intellectuals, to dissect a germane issue of proportional force and respect for human dignity, a dialogue in governance. We have Professor Dakas, CJ Dakas, who will be there to tell Nigerians about the need to respect the dignity of man. When you take away the dignity of man, he is no more human. And I want to believe that it is an event that will throw more light on how to make human beings respectable. The only thing is self-esteem. When you know that, when you feel it, you are self-confident, your self-concept, your actualization that, yes, I'm a human being, it is hope. And hope as an elixir keeps life going. It reduces the incidence of suicide
and depression.
It is a must come to conference today.
We also understand that there's some prominent Nigerians who will be unveiled. Can you let us know who and who?
Quite some Nigerians will be unveiled as defenders of human rights. Such Nigerians include the inimitable Professor Wole Soyinka,
the Nobel laureate.
A Nobel laureate. The only Nobel laureate in Nigeria. It includes Professor Yusuf Ali, SAN, a legal luminary, a fertile mind in law. In fact, a friend told me that what Yusuf Ali does not know in law,
it's not worth knowing.
It's not worth knowing at all. It includes our Excellency, Chief Mrs. Erelu Bisi Fayemi, the former First Lady of Ekiti State. It includes Barrister Allen Onyema, the chairman of Earpiece. We didn't exclude Dr. Jack Ekpele, a well-known human rights activist. And of course, some of our key guests are the governor of Kaduna State, Comrade Ubasani, who I believe is even in town already. There are so many other people. The governor of Delta State, the governor of Katsina State,
And Kebbi.
and the governor of Kebbi State. They are guests. They will draw freely and drink
From the fountain.
from their fountain of knowledge. And don't forget our own chairman, the inimitable Alhaji Nojim Jimon, a man who has seen it all, a mentor of many ace journalists, a man who is sacrificing his today for our own tomorrow. God bless Nigeria.
And also not forgetting our director of Exchequer, our brother and our friend, soon to be Dr. Babawale Salako, who has been the driving force of this.
He's a fantastic man. In fact, I think with Wale as a son,
One is enough. Anyway, where is this taking place? Let our listener know where is it.
It's at
venue?
NAF Center, Jahi, in Abuja here, and it's starting by 9 o'clock. We can't wait to finish this news
Show today.
newspaper review to rush there because people are there. All roads lead to NAF Center. Thank God for this type of dialogue
Okay.
and the cross-fertilization of ideas. Our Oga in journalism always tell us, let ideas clash.
All right, you heard that. The venue is NAF Center, where Citizen FM, in collaboration with the Nigerian Human Rights Commission, is having the best and the most talked about event today in Abuja. Don't miss it, 9 a.m. You can walk in there. You would never regret doing that.
And of course, there is special executive dinner
Yes, in the evening,
for all.
where a lot of item 7 will be involved. All right. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Salman Salami. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
We thank God for everything.
All right, that's our package on the show today. The program returns tomorrow, 7 a.m., bright and early. My name is Lawrence Omoite. Enjoy the rest of your day.